Welcome to The Gorgeous Effect. I'm Julie Chanel, and with my co-founder, Cathy Olson, we're about to drop some serious tea on how to create funnels that not only look amazing, but actually convert into customers. It's time to show the world what you've got. Let's do this. Hey everyone, this is Julie and Cathy. Welcome back to The Gorgeous Effect. Today, we are going to talk about a little Cold War that happened in Voxer between Cathy and I. Occasionally, Cathy and I disagree on things. And this became kind of public because of a crazy workshop that I wanted to host that, I don't know if it offended you. I don't think it offended you, but definitely caused a little riff in Voxer. And we talked about it publicly on our email list. And I thought, let's do a deep dive into how this all unfolded, what the workshop was. We just finished the workshop today, what it means for design and FG funnels. And there's a lot to unpack here.
Yeah, how about using the FG funnels builder disgustingly dirty and the dirtiest funnel ever. There we go. That's the title.
Okay, that's what we're going to call it, the dirtiest funnel ever. Well, the backstory, if you
dirtiest and fastest. Okay, so we'll say it's good, quick and dirty.
Quick and dirty.
Quick and dirty.
The way this happened was purely accidental. You know, many of you know I have a lot of clients, private clients in Voxer. Brittany Long is a private client. She's been with me since 2018. I know Brittany really well. And one thing that she's really, really good at is being fast, and she's very technical. And one thing she's very bad at is design. And she was showing me a page of an offer that she had, and she wanted my feedback on the offer. And I just was stuck because I was like, man, this is a nice design for Brittany, which is so bad. I feel bad like insulting her design expertise, but she knows this is not her strong suit. And so I was like, who designed this page? Is this an FG funnel? She's like, yeah, it's an FG funnel. She's like, I did it. I'm like, whoa, a second. Hold on. Like, what do you mean you did it? She's like, well, I did it with Claude. And she proceeded to like super fast and very Brittany style tell me exactly how she did it. And then she said, it took me like 10 minutes. And before I even had a chance to talk to Cathy, I had committed to doing a workshop with Brittany that we would affiliate for so that she could teach our users how to do this. It was I didn't even really know what she was doing, but I thought if Brittany can churn out something that well designed in 10 minutes, like she needs to teach our community this. And I innocently, naively, ignorantly went into Voxer and said to Cathy, we're going to do this workshop. And Cathy proceeded to have a little bit of a meltdown. She's like, what do you mean? She started asking me a million questions. I don't know if you want to give your side of the story of what happened, but I was so excited. And you were like, what is this nonsense?
Well, at first you started off by bragging and saying, look what she created with Claude Code. Aren't you so proud? Like, and whatever. And then I was like, wait, code is just code. It's just, it's just HTML code, right? But that's not the way that the FGF builder works. So I was like, how did she do this? You're saying it's just like a block of HTML code? And you were like, going on and on. And then I was like, no, but is it a block? And you're like, yes, it's a block of HTML code. But anyway, and you just kept moving past it. I was like, that's like basically not using the builder. And it's like, it's just throwing in, it's almost like a widget, right? So I'm trying to like make it make sense to people. So the way that the FGF builder works is, you build in the individual sections, you hit like plus, I want 2 columns here, plus I want a text box here, right? So if you've never used it before.
And it's visual, so you can visually see yourself building it.
Yeah, drag and drop, what you see is what you get, that whole thing, right? And so this is like copying and pasting in a widget, and now the widget is controlling everything, and you can't change anything on it, like, unless you know code. So I'm like, but wait, what? That defeats the whole purpose. And so Julia's like, hold on.
Are we going back? Are we going back to the 90s when you had to hire a designer to make a website and code it in HTML? And I was like, I mean, kind of, yes, but it's not a 90s looking design. But you were just like, why are we going backwards? I think that was your response. Like,
yeah, because it's like the whole point of the builder is to make it so that people can do it themselves, so they don't have to know code. So I feel like we just knocked ourselves back, I don't know, just 10 years back or something, at least 10 or 20 years back. And we're like, whoa, look at this, like, newfangled code. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, nobody can even change this. Like, here's the thing. Every time I mention this to people, because I've said it on social and stuff, and some people are like, I'm Team Cathy, I'm with you. But I will say, every time I mention it, people think I'm like personally offended. Like, I'm like, oh, that's it. You guys are out for designers, like AI. Like, no, first of all, let me back up. I'm not, if this was in the builder, I would be like, hallelujah, praise the Lord, like running around with my head cut off, going, oh my gosh, this is the most amazing thing since sliced bread. It's only that it killed the functionality side of the editing that I didn't like. So just don't get it twisted. It's not the design. I
So
actually
you
thought the
didn't
design was good.
boycott the workshop this morning because you're not personally offended. Because people are like, there's
Well,
Kathy.
number
Is
one, I
this
know
a
how she
cold
did it.
war or is
So
this a hot war?
number one, I know how she did it. Number two, it was literally 7 a.m. my time when I was taking my kids to school. So I didn't really have, but I do want to watch the replay. Just watch it on like 5X or something because I know how to do it. I don't think there's any, I mean, I think the only thing was like her prompts and how she got it to look good because I haven't been able to get anything to look that good. So I am curious of how she got it to actually look like a funnel and not like a Franken weird page or something. But yeah, but I just want to back up. I am not opposed to AI creating design. Like I'm jealous that copywriters don't have to copyright anymore. I'm like, hey, like take my job because that's not like I get paid for that anyways. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that's my job. So I'm not like offended. I'm not like threatened in any way. I just want to clear the air. I just want it to be functional. So that was where my issue was. But that was actually what you liked about it, which was a strange twist of
Right. Well,
events.
I think, okay, because I'm coming at this from a completely different mindset. So keep in mind, you guys, Kathy is one of the most talented designer funnel builders on the internet, hands down. She can make the builder do things that even shock the owners of high level. Like a couple years
That's
ago, we
true.
made a sales page that was like it pretended to be a Google Doc, and I showed it to Robin and Sean, and they were flabbergasted that she was able to do that. And to be fair, that's because you understand code, you understand design, you've used Illustrator, you've built in WordPress, like
Yeah, I mean, I
you have
used to
this
do custom WordPress like
right. So you
themes,
have
so I
like
know how to do it
you
and
have
stuff.
a toolbox of tools that many of us have never even like dreamt of, right? So to you, this is like the most ridiculous thing ever because you have all these tools. And so when the drag and drop builders came along, it just amplified what you already had in your toolbox. I'm coming at it from the perspective of an educator, and I have to educate people on how to design. And, we have FG Society, and that works really, really well. For people who are committed to learning design, it works amazingly well. But I run into a lot of people that have no interest in learning design, but they want everything to look good. And they have an uncanny knack for wrecking what you made beautiful, right? So they can't build from scratch. Never mind. If I give them a template, they ruin it. I'm like, how did you ruin this so fantastically? Like, it's unbelievable
I've
to me. And
definitely
Brittany,
seen it. I know what
and
you're
Brittany has done
saying.
this. Like, I'm like, how did you make this so ugly? Right? Like, this doesn't make any sense. How'd you do this? It's like a special skill. And for me, there's also people who get swept up in like, well, I want to change this photo and I want to change this thing. And they're like all in their head and they are not making money because they are in the builder futzing around for 17 months before their sales page gets out the door. And when I saw what Brittany had done, I thought, oh my gosh, this is going to stop all of that nonsensical behavior. No more wrecking templates. You can't edit it. So you have got to publish and go, which is honestly a huge problem for people who just think if they just fix one last thing, they'll make money. No, like, no. And so I saw this as a solution to that block of people because there are plenty of people who want to know the drag and drop builder, who want to be able to edit funnels, who want to learn the principles of design, who have naturally good taste, who, are going to make things spectacular that look different. But what about all these other people over here that will never be good at design, no matter how good of a teacher we are? What do we do for them? And right now, the only option is to not do it or pay thousands of dollars for a designer to do it. And Brittany sort of unlocked a key of like, hey, how about 15 minutes and $20? And that's why I jumped on it. So anyway, that's my argument.
Well, and I don't know how people felt about it because I wasn't there. It happened this morning. But but there was a crap ton of people registered for it. So I'm like, this is one thing that Julie and I, we don't really like argue. We kind of push back and forth sometimes, but a lot of times I'm like, you know what? Let's just try it. Like, let people vote with their dollars. If people want this, like, it doesn't matter what I'm very like, I can acquiesce. So like, if people want this, it's cool. But yeah, I heard there were like hundreds of people
Yeah,
registered.
so
So I'm like, oh, okay.
I mean, this is just proving that your actual talent is quite rare, right? Like there are a lot more people. I mean, and I'm not a bad designer. I can tell when something's good. So I'm not going to put myself in the
Yeah,
bad
you have an
designer.
eye for design.
I
So
have an
like
eye for design, but I
having
gotta
an eye for design is different than actually being able to execute it.
yeah. So I can see when something looks good and I can know when something looks bad and I'm a great mimicker. Like I can mimic things, but I don't invent good design out of my brain. Like that's you. And that is a rare trait. And there are more people like me or worse than me at design than there are people like you. And I think people voted with their dollars and said, "Oh yeah, we can't be Cathy if we tried, you know?" And Brittany did what Brittany does. She moved really fast and people were like, "Oh my gosh." But we had, I don't know, 30, 40, 50 people who had sales pages done by the hour. Like she
Dang.
delivered on the promise, which was you will have a sales page finished in 60 minutes.
I
And I
need to
think she
see
even
these.
said
I need some links to see what happened. I don't know.
so.
What did they look like? Were they?
Well, I mean, they were very fast loading. They
Yeah.
all had animation. They were all mobile
Oh, interesting.
responsive and they were all very simple, clean design. And now I'm starting to wonder, we take somebody like you, if you use that prompt and you started messing with what the colors were, the fonts were, I
Yeah.
bet you could create things way more beautiful than what we were seeing because a lot of us were just literally doing exactly what Brittany said, which is like basic colors, basic fonts, basic text, basic images. But it was done in 30 minutes. Like it was crazy. It
Yeah.
was
I mean,
absolutely
I'm down
crazy.
for this. I'm down if like hopefully this becomes in the future this is like people are laughing and saying, "Oh, well, of course this does this now." But if I could do that exact same thing, but it actually makes it in the builder in FG
Well, I
funnels.
think that's the next
Yes,
iteration.
like
That's going to happen.
I'm on board yesterday. Like, let's do that. I wish this existed. As soon as they mentioned AI, I was like, that's the first thing I wanted. So like, that's my like dream. That's my dream come true is because I would love to start there because it's not, I don't love all the building and stuff. I mean, it is tedious even for me, right? You send me a Word doc and I have to like, okay, let's go, let's go. I would love to start with something even, just to kind of have like a basic structure in there. And then I get to go and put the bells and whistles on top because that's my favorite thing is like the decorations at the end, like the styling like of a room, right?
Yeah.
So I am like down for that all day long because then I could just add my human flair to it, which is exactly what like copy, people are doing with copy now. They're getting a base on there. They're doing like the base, like almost like the paralegal work, right? And then they get to come in and do like the fun stuff. I'm ready for that. Like I'm ready to just do the fun stuff, put the sprinkles on top and
It's
call it a day.
coming. I really do think the developers at high level are going to. I mean, right now there's already a funnel assistant in the AI, but
Yeah, it's super
it's
clunky.
it's super clunky and it's not very good. But I imagine that it's just going to get better and better. And we'll get to a point where the AI inside of FG funnels will actually work within the confines of the builder. And then, of course, at that point, now you can edit the page, now you can style. And right now with this hack, it's just one block of HTML. It loads freaking fast. Can I tell you though? It loads
Which is
so
crazy,
fast.
which is actually really surprising to me because that was kind of one of the things I was worried about too, because it's almost having to read HTML within HT. It's like picture in picture. It's almost like taking a picture of a photograph. You know how you like lose, like you get like
Yeah.
degradation every time, or like a copy of a copy of a copy. It's kind of like that idea to put HTML in HTML because you're like loading almost two pages. So I was wondering about that, but I did hear Trish told me that they were fast. So
They were super fast. And
probably because they're also simple, right?
they're also, yes, they're simple
Although,
pages,
yeah,
right?
and the animations are just code. They're not like animations, right? They're not like
Yeah,
videos. So,
and that's the thing. You can't really mess with it all that much because, the way Brittany's process
which would
works,
drive me crazy.
yes, it would drive you absolutely crazy.
Like,
But
let me mess with it.
yeah, no, you really can't. I mean, what she showed in the workshop, and she's going to put a replay up. So if you missed it and you want to get the workshop, you can. But what she showed is like, when you're in Claude, it'll produce a preview for you of what it looks like,
Mhm.
and you can say, I like this, I don't like this, and so you're
Yeah.
kind of talking to Claude like you would a designer, like giving revisions. But once that code is complete out of Claude and you pop it into the builder, there's no more editing. And that is like a weakness of it. But for me, as someone who's like, get your butt out the door and go make money, this is a
Yeah.
beautiful thing. Cause now I'm like, sorry, can't edit it. Too bad, so
Yeah, it's
sad. Go
like
make
printing
money.
it, like it's printed. It's already
Yeah.
printed now. Like no, 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 go backsies. I mean, technically, obviously, you can go back to the code to Claude or whatever. I mean, it's basically
You could.
working like a vibe coder at that point. But yeah, I haven't really seen much. Like what you sent me was the best AI design I had seen. Not that like it was like blew my brain off or anything, but I'm just saying from what I have tried, it's
Yes.
always terrible. So like to even have something half decent like that that didn't just look like the techie like vibe code like look was pretty phenomenal. So I'm excited. I'm actually excited for where it's going. My only thing was just the functionality part. That was my only thing. But I'm ready for that. And I think everyone's got to be ready for that. Everyone who's working on the computer
Hmm.
on front of a screen, it's coming for you, like no matter what. So like you
It's
need to
coming.
embrace it. That's the only way. You got to ride this wave. Like get your freaking surfboard. Like we're like a big wave's coming. We're gonna ride it or we're gonna drown in it. So I'm not. Yeah, I am ready. I'm ready for it to make my job easier. And maybe if it retires me, whatever. But it's I'll figure something
Yeah.
out. I'll be at the sheep farm. We already talked about that. I'll be doing some kind of craft with the wool. But other than that, I'm like trying to be on top of it. So I'm like okay with it. I'm open to it. And
Well,
I'm
there
I'm
are
excited
some
for the future.
limitations right now, although she was, she didn't have time to go into it, but like any complicated page, like an order form page or an upsell page or an opt-in page, like those that have like elements that the person engages with besides just a button don't work as well. Although
Right.
she kind of hinted that she could do it with all of them, and I was like, all right, well, it's like the sequel workshop. But she did
That would
do
be more in depth for sure.
yeah, so she did do a like order confirmation page. She didn't do the order form page, but so she did the sales page and then, she kept the order page blank because she's like, you just have to style that one later because that has the actual form on it. And then she's like, but let's have Claude do the order confirmation page. And Claude just decided to put like confetti on the
Oh,
order
that's
confirmation page. So
funny.
when the page loads, it's like, congratulations, you've bought. You know what I mean? Everyone was like, oh my gosh. And Brittany was like, I didn't even ask you to do that. And it just like, so it's just this like wild frontier. So now
Yeah,
she has like this sparkly confetti throwing order confirmation page that she didn't even ask for.
I love that. I'm here for it. I'm here for the creativity and making
So it's
making
not a
it
hot
easy.
war. It's not a cold war. We're fine. We're not against each other here on this.
We won't be doing that with our funnels. That's for sure. But Julie's like, you little do you know, I just already made something and it's
No,
gonna
I
go
didn't. I
live
didn't.
tomorrow. No, honestly, like I actually thought about that the night before. I was like thinking about my thoughts on it because some people were in my DMs about it. And I made like a joke and I'm like, sure, here's the link, whatever. If you want need to go to it, I'm not going, but here, kind of thing. Because we're affiliating for it, so I should say something about it. But I was thinking, technically, because they're simple, it really wouldn't take that long to rebuild. Like you could use it just to ideate, like just to get
True.
started. Like working on a funnel, like what should go where. If you're that type of person and you stare at a blank screen and you get overwhelmed, like why not start there? I mean, because I just hit plus, 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 but like I could rebuild it like within, 30 minutes, like at the most, and not to say like, and I think most people could rebuild something similar enough to it in 30 minutes that it would be fine. And, but at least to get your juices flowing, get it going, like be your
Yeah.
brainstorm partner. Like I don't mind that as much, but so that way you could change it later. But I
Well,
think
and
there's
I
some
mean,
possibility there.
I was thinking there are certain sections of a sales page that are especially difficult sometimes, like the big hero sections, the hero header with the nice pictures and the copy.
Yeah.
I mean, you could in theory ask Claude to help you with a section and you could use code for a section if you
Mhm.
were like stuck and you couldn't figure out how to create something like an animation bar or something
Sure.
that you
Yeah.
didn't have. So that's an option as well. But the whole thing was just It was fantastic. The chat moved really fast. People were super grateful. There were a whole bunch of people with pages done. And I thought it's just another tool. It's not the only tool, but it's another
Yeah.
tool in your tool belt. Because at the end of the day, ideas that stay in your head, that stay unpublished, are ideas that don't
Hmm.
bring you money. And we want to empower you, regardless of how you want to do this.
Yeah,
And
if this is the thing that's going to get it out the door, like stamp of Cathy approval. Like if you're going to spin your wheels and this gets it going. I mean, I do this we do this with other stuff all the time. We're like, this is phase 1 version and this is just
yeah,
going to we're going to ship it. We'll deal with it later because like we just have to do it. So if this is what gets it out the door, just do it. Who cares? Like you can always go back and fix it later. It's not set in stone, like whatever, like it's fine. So I think that's a big takeaway for me is that if you are hung up on that, then this can be a tool for you. These can be your training wheels and just get it going.
yeah, yeah, for sure. All right. Well, we will put the link to the replay in the show notes. She was going to get it for us. So if you want to check out this workshop, you can. And of course, everything she was doing is for FG Funnels. If you do not have an FG Funnels account, what are you waiting for? Go to fgfunnels.com. You can sign up for an account and we will talk to you soon.
Hey, gorgeous. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. And if you're thinking, okay, but what now? We've got you. So just for listening today, we want to give you a gift. Head over to learngorgeous.com. We're going to grab some free resources, free trainings, this month's specials, and everything you need to keep going. Until next time, make it gorgeous.